light, fast, fun, reliable, and affordable. Hi, this is Kaplan from Kaplan Cycles, on site at the New England Motorcycle Museum, and I've had a lifelong love affair with these Triumph 500s. I'll tell you about, and I just had a blast. Brings back memories taking this beauty for a ride. When I was a kid, when I was about 12 years old, my dad bought one of these. He bought a '72 Triumph Daytona 500. This is a '68 model. Has a little bit more of a classic look than the '72. I'll hold it up right so you can see it nice. When I was 15 years old, he gave me the bike. He moved up to a 650 and I got the 500, and I had a blast. I rode that thing everywhere. I actually got arrested riding it without a license. We had to go to court and everything. But that's a whole nother story. But my whole life I've been riding Triumphs, and this is probably the most collectible of all the Triumphs out there now, the 500s. The people that are really into collecting vintage Triumphs see this as the most desirable because they're a little more reliable than the 650s, and the engines don't beat themselves up as much as the 60s and 750s. So absolutely classic looking motorcycle. Has original shocks on it, original rear fender. This is actually an original 1968 factory paint job. This is not a repaint. One of the nicest original 50-year-old paint jobs I've ever seen. The tank is in beautiful condition. This is the original paint. I think it's, I don't know, I'm not sure what the technical name of the paint is, but I think it's I'll tell you, it's a teal blue, gold, and silver. I'm sure they had a factory name for it, but great handling bike. Transmission works perfect. The gentleman we bought it from said he had rebuilt the engine on it, so we did a compression test. The motor is perfectly tight. There is an exhaust leak on the bottom of the header pipe right here. There's a little rush through hole which you could have welded, or you can replace the header pipes for under $200. We put brand new clamps on there, but we did not replace the headers. Frankly, I'm not sure why we didn't do that. They didn't ask me. I would have told them go ahead and do it, but we're into the bike for around $5,100 in restoration services plus the cost of the bike. So we didn't want to go much more because sometimes there's a point where you lose money on the bike, and we're hoping that doesn't happen. So in any event, the bike's been completely gone through front to back. It only has 10,503 miles on the original made in the UK Smith speedometer. The speedometer's in beautiful shape. The handlebars are the low sport bars. This is the trophy model. Originally came with high pipes, so these low pipes were added probably 20, 30 years ago. This is a 50-year-old, a true antique classic motorcycle. So to find one with original paint, that to me is a defining feature and the one of the nicest things about this bike. This is a matching numbers original. The frame and engine number are both T100C H60584 on the frame, clearly visible. Original VIN T100C H60584. These have been skyrocketing in value. The NADA value on this one is $10,600. However, just to give you a real-world price analysis of it, we sold a '66 very similar to this, probably not as clean as this one, and it bought $6,700 plus tax and conveyance fee. It was just under $7,000 out the door for a very similar one. We also sold a Triumph 500 jack plane model with a seized motor, and we auctioned it off, and I was surprised, but it bought $5,000 on eBay. We also sold two Trail 500s, the ones with the high pipes and the 21-inch front wheel, 1970s, total basket cases. Two of them were sold as a pair for $5,000. So the basket cases are bringing $2,000 to $2,500. There's ones like this that are original condition are bringing in the mid $6,000 to $10,000 range, which is where I think this one will end up. This bike has a brand new reproduction seat on it, so it's got a brand new saddle. It has a brand new reproduction front fender and side cover, so you can see the paint on the side cover is perfect because that's brand new. So cosmetically, those are the only deviations from original, including the exhaust. But the paint, the front end, rear end, the chain guide, the rear fender, the rear taillight, it's all original. We went through the bike mechanically. We did a complete front to back, go over on the bike here. We have about 34 hours of labor into it between the detail shop cleanup and the technician labor. I'll go over with the fuel system. The gas tank, this is an original 68 tank, original paint, original badges, original tank rubbers and everything. The inside of the tank is in excellent condition. A little bit of patina in there, but it's nice and clean. No issues inside there. It's never been coated or creamed or anything like that. Original gas cap is in good condition. Coming down from the tank, the original petcocks were rebuilt with new fuel lines. And then this is one of the reasons this bike runs so good. Two reasons this bike runs so good. This is a brand new 2018 AMO, made in England, Reproduction Carburetor. This is a model 626. It's cosmetically an exact reproduction of the original. However, mechanically, it has gaskets and seals and jets that work well with the ethanol fuel. The ethanol won't degrade the carburetor as quickly as the originals. That's one of the sales features of the new carb. Not to mention, nothing like a brand new carb as far as tuning and jetting goes. Also a brand new air filter, brand new air filter casing. So the entire fuel system is either new or original in mint condition. So the fuel system's on point. As far as electrical system goes, starting with a brand new battery, we then converted the ignition. We put a brand new Boyer electronic ignition in it. So there's no issues with the Lucas King of Darkness points or any of those things. It's got an electronic ignition which is tuned to perfection, starts right up first kick. These were notorious for being easy bikes to start. So also brand new spark plugs, brand new spark plug wires, brand new coils. I don't have the work order in front of me. I'm kind of going from memory here, but I think that pretty much summarizes it. Also a new headlight bulb. Everything works beautifully on the bike. The brakes, the suspension, just a true gorgeous classic. And again, back to the tank, the original defining feature. Good luck finding another one with original paint that's for sale, because they're just not out there. They're all repaints, and this is an original paint job on this bike, so one of my favorite features of it. I love the color. It works very nicely with the stainless steel fenders. Again, the only thing this bike's going to need is a set of header pipes. They're on eBay from several different sources for $160 to $200. You could go back to the original up pipe. You could replace a low pipe. We left it like this so you can replace the pipe and do the original high pipe style, or you can go to low pipe. They're both available. So did I leave anything out, Kenny?
I don't think so, Ken, but we'll look over the work order.
Okay. Oh, a brand new ignition switch and keys, 2 keys. So it has a new ignition switch, and original ignition had failed. So the electronic system's been gone through completely. Chain's in excellent condition, lubed, and the bike's been thoroughly cleaned top to bottom, front to back. So that's about it. If you have any questions about the bike, give us a call, 860-454-7024 if you want to come take a look at it. Again, we just sold one, not quite as clean as this, for $6,600, just under $7,000 out the door. I fully suspect this is going to be in a similar ballpark, but it could bring more. We'll let the market determine what it goes for.
And it's sold with a previous registration and a notarized bill of sale from our dealership. It's Connecticut. Under Connecticut state laws, it's title exempt as an antique. So that's all you need. The paperwork that we provide is all you need to register the bike in all 50 states. For shipping, $425 East Coast or less, or $625 or less West Coast through haulbikes.com.
That's right. Thanks, Kenny. So yeah, it's a beautiful bike. Horn works great. Grips are mint. Levers are mint. Everything's on point. So hope it goes to a good home. And I used to love riding these things on road and off when I was a kid. They're small enough that you can take them off road on the trails. Not that I would do that to one now that they're worth this much, but they actually race these in enduros. The Jack Pine won. They had a Jack Pine model commemorating many national championships that were won on the Triumph 500. Then they had the Daytona model. I believe they won the Daytona 200 on the Triumph 500, and it excelled in Eastern enduros. Just a very light package for the time compared to the bigger 650 4-strokes, and very durable, very reliable, and affordable. So great classic bike to add to your collection. This is original trim strip here too, so just a beauty. Good luck bidding on it, and God bless America. First kick every time, baby. Let's do a exhaust though. Want to go do a drive-by down the street? Sure. 40 years ago, I was riding one of these. First time I rode that Triumph, I was about 12 years old. So, and I'm 52 now, so yeah, that was 40 years ago. So it's like coming home for me. I'm 3 years older than the bike. It's light, fast, fun, reliable, and affordable. So what's not to love about it? And a great investment too. Surely to outpace the stock market, these things are going up in value every day. So unlike a new bike, this is going to appreciate. So give us a call if you have any questions. A portion of the proceeds are going to fund the New England Motorcycle Museum. We're having our first big event here, April 21st. We're having a brew fest right across the street here. So if you like beer, food, and vintage bikes, come on down April 21st.